know what I'm happy about? Yes, I just saved 20% of my car insurance. No, I'm just kidding. I'm happy because it's another math video. Yeah. And look at where we... Oh my goodness, we're at the end of chapter 2? My goodness, the time does fly. Now, we are doing lesson 2.11. Whoa, there's a lot of lessons in this chapter. Our topic, we're moving towards learning this algorithm, right? With multiplication. The topic says that we're going to multiply 3-digit and 4-digit numbers with regrouping. Dude, why did it get so hard? I don't know. It just suddenly went, whoa, we're like cruising. Anyway, our purpose today, our objective is clear. It's our essential question. It states, how can you use regrouping to multiply? Cool. So we're going to regroup just like when you were like in 2nd and 3rd grade. Okay, boys and girls, you must regroup your numbers when you add. Yes, okay, but we're not adding. This is like a fast way of adding, so let's have some fun. But first, we must unlock the problem. That's right, my friends, because it's real world, baby. Real world. Real world. That's right. Here's our our real world problem. This is Alley Spring in Missouri. Whoa, I know somebody who lives in Missouri. Produces an average of 567 million gallons of water per week. Whoa. How many million gallons of water do the springs produce in 3 weeks? Ooh, I love that. The spring. It just comes up out of the ground. I used to live in a place where there was a spring and we used to go by and fill up our bottles, and it would just keep coming. And it's like little kids, you're like, Mommy, where does that water keep coming from? We just thought it was like magic. That's right. So anyway, back to math there, Mr. Wara. It says multiply. We're going to take 3 times 567. But first it says we're going to estimate. And estimating is a great tool to do. We usually do estimating before we solve a multiplication problem because it will help us see if our answer is reasonable. Okay, so when we do our estimate, we should say, our answer should be right around this number, right? And how would we estimate it? Well, by looking at that, I can see that we have the 3 times, so we just need to estimate the number 567. And remember, estimating is a lot like rounding, all right? So when I think of estimating, I do think of rounding. So we're going to round that number. And we know that 567, if we were to round it by the hundreds place, since the number is up to the hundreds, we're going to want to round that 500 or 600. Rounding it to 500 would be rounding it down because the number is larger than that. And of course, if we're rounding it to 600, we're going to be rounding the number up. Now 567, because of that good old 6, lets us know that it's actually closer to 600. So let's just go with 600. That makes sense? So we're rounding up. So that means our actual answer, and why this is kind of important, should be less than our estimate. So our estimate is going to be 1,800 or 1,800. And that means our actual answer should be a little bit less than that. We'll find out later if that's true. Okay, let's continue. Now it says think. Yes, okay, step 1. We're going to multiply the ones. Okay, because we have our number, and I kind of lost my number here, but let's go ahead and put it. Oh, they have it. Never mind. It was over here. Mr. Wara was blind. Okay, so multiply the ones. I can see the 7 to 3. Well, 3 times 7, that's so easy, and it's 21 ones, and of course they even tell you the answer. How easy is that? Now, over here it says regroup the 21 ones as 2 tens and 1 1. That makes sense. So if you took 3 times 7 ones, and they're all ones, like you had 21 pennies, we know that we would want to take the 2, right, and put that into the tens place. We'd have to move him out. Because we can't have 2 digits there, we can only have 1, okay, up to 9. That's it. Once you get a 10, regroup. That's right. So here's our 2. So really, this is easy so far? Yes? Are we good? I hope so. Like, Mr. Wara, they can't really answer you. This is a video. Oh, that's right. Okay, sorry. I expected somebody to go, hey, I don't get it. No. Step 2 says multiply the tens. Okay, I can see that over there, the 6 and the 3. Now I have 18 tens. Ooh, I don't like that 8. Ooh, I don't like the 1. Mr. Wara. Okay, now I gotta go and erase it. Oh, Mr. Wara made a big mistake. Okay, now be careful. Slow down, Mr. Wara. 1, 8. Oh, I love that 8. Okay, you're a good-looking 8, buddy. Yay! Now, add the regroup tens. Okay, we have the same situation because if you have 18 tens and then you have 2 tens already, then you're going to have 20 tens. Does that make sense? Look it, here's our 6 and our 3. Okay, that's 18. But remember, we had the two tens that we regrouped already. So we're just saying, hey, take the 18 tens that you're going to have from the tens place, add the two tens. Now you have 20 tens. Again, we have 20 tens, but 20 tens can't stay in the tens place. You can only have up to 9 tens. Once you make 10 tens, 10 tens is equal to 100. Right? 10 tens is equal to 100. And you know that because when you're really little, you know that 10 times 10 is equal to 100. So when we have 20 tens, we have to put the 0 down and we need to carry the 2. But now that's going to go up into the hundreds place because you have 20 of them. So it's like you have 200 now. And that's why the 2 gets to be right there. That's why. That's the reason. He's really a 200 now. He's no longer 10. He was promoted. I am no longer a 10. I am now a 100. Thank you very much. Okay. What do you want, like a star? Yes, I would love a star. Okay. I don't know who I'm talking to, but you get the idea. Mr. Warrer, you're being totally weird. No. And that's what's really weird is I'm doing this all by myself. I don't need any help, apparently. Okay. Step 3, multiply the hundreds. Well, you notice we went ones, 10, hundreds. It's kind of just like when we add. We go from the place value from the ones, tens, and the hundreds. And it says we're going to take the hundreds now and do 3 times 5 because that's what we have. Look over there. Ta-da! Okay, and so that is going to be 15 hundreds. So easy. Now it says add the regrouped hundreds. Okay, remember those 2 hundreds that we regrouped? That's right, that were tens, that were 20 tens, but are now 200s. Well, that 1500s plus the 200s is equal to 1700s. Yay! Okay, and then you can see now in this case we put the 17 down. There's no more regrouping going on because there's nobody in the thousands place. Otherwise we would keep regrouping. That's where we stop. So Alley Spring produces, that's right, 1,701 million gallons of water in 3 weeks. Now what was our estimation? I believe it was 1,800. Is that answer reasonable or what? Absolutely. Remember I said that the actual answer may be a little bit lower because we rounded up in our estimation. And look at our answer is even lower than 1,800. So that lets us know that, yeah, we're on track. Now, of course, you could double check your work another way. Just another strategy is to take that 1,701 and then just go ahead and divide it. And you could divide it by 3. Or you could divide it by 567, and then you could check your work. By doing so, you can see that that would be 15. Yay! 2 left over. We're subtracting, of course. I bring down my 0. Now I have 5, 6. Looks like 6 will go in there. That's 18. Looks like all the numbers, but in reverse. 2 left over. I bring down my 1. The beauty. 3 times 7, 21. And what can I say? Life is good. It is. It's good when that happens, okay? It's not so good when when math doesn't go smoothly, let's just say. Okay, time to go to the next page. Woo, look at this. Oh my goodness, I got some people in a canoe. Example, it says use an estimate or an exact answer. Ooh, okay. Well, we know what an estimate is. We did one. It's just kind of like a rounded number. The key thing about estimate is we use the word about. It says lakefront vacations. We have, looks like package A, B, and C. And it does say here the table shows the prices of 3 vacation packages. Jake, his parents, and his sister want to choose a package. So it looks like these packages might include certain things. Does it say what it includes? No, it doesn't. It just says the package A, an adult ticket, is $1,299, where the child is $619. And look, they have some different prices for the different packages. Okay. Now A says about how much would package C cost? About. See, that's what we were. That word about is key. I mean, when I say key, I mean it's important. A keyword letting us know that we're going to be looking for an estimate. Okay? So we're going to estimate. And so let's take a look at step 1. Step 1 says we need to estimate the cost for 2 adults. All right. So we have 2 times 699. Look what they did. They rounded up to 700. That makes so much sense because look at it. We just have our simple facts now, and we have 1,400. Now keep in mind, we can call that 1,400 or 1,400. Either way is fine. Okay? Step 2 says estimate the cost for 2 children because this is for, because we have his parents, 2 adults, and then his sister and Jake. So there's like 4 people total and 2 children. So 2 times 484, again, we're just going to round that to 500. 484 is closer to 500, so it makes sense that we would round that. Now we have 1,000. There's 2 of them, so just $500. double is what I like to think of that as. But again, you have your simple facts. Now it says add to estimate the total cost. So if we have 1,400, and then of course we're going to get a total of 2,400 is how much the estimated cost is going to be. Okay? Not cheap, huh? For that lakefront vacations. And of course, if you look over here, it says, so package C would cost Jake's family about 2,400, which is what we have. Woohoo! Yeah. So let's look at package B. It says Jake's family wants to compare the total cost of packages A and C. Which plan costs more? How much more does it cost? Whoa, we have a lot of questions here. So we definitely have which plan is going to cost more. Okay, we need to know that, which means we probably have to subtract one from the other. And then how much more does it cost? Well, we're actually going to get our answer. Okay, well, package A, this is adults, children's total cost. So we have 1,299 times 2 because we have 2 adults and that's the cost. So I guess, okay, we're just doing this on our own now, looks like. Okay, well, 9 times 2 because we need to multiply the ones is 18. So we're going to have 18 ones, but we can't leave the 18 ones there. We have to carry that and turn that 10 ones into a 10. That's why he goes up there. 9 times 2 again is 18, but now we're talking 18 tens. Plus 1 10 is 19 tens. So we're going to put that 9 down, and then I'm going to carry my 1. That's actually 10 tens, which makes 100, because I had 19. So I'm taking 10 of those tens, just turning it into 100. I know that this may sound really weird to you, like, why is Mr. Ward saying it this way? That's weird. And it's only because this is really important that you understand how we're regrouping. I won't be doing this for the entire 4th grade when we start doing math with the algorithm, but it's important that you understand what we're doing. Anyway, now we're taking the 200s times the 2. Well, 2 times 2 is 4, so that's 400 plus that 100 we have there. Now we have 500. And of course 2 times 1,000 is going to be 2,000. So we end up with a total cost for the parents, 2,598. Cool! Woohoo! This is fun. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing. 18 ones, same thing. Going to carry that 1, make that 10 ones into a 10. Now I have 2 tens plus 1 more is 3 tens. Now I'm going to take my 100, 600 times 2, which is 1,200. So I can write it just like that. So look at that. So for the children, much cheaper. It's actually even less than half the cost, is 1,238. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my adding over here. So I'm going to go ahead and put my 2,598 plus 1,238. Now I'm just adding them together. Okay, back to 3rd grade kind of stuff, right? 16, regroup, carry the 1. We have 12, that's 13. Carry the 1. Now we're in the hundreds place, 700s plus 1, 800s. Now I have 3. Does that seem reasonable? Yes. Subtract and compare the total cost of the packages. Oh, look, we got the same answer. We totally rock. Adult children total cost, so doubling this one here. 18, carry the 1, that's 18, that's 19. And then here we have, here 1,200s plus 1 more is 1,300s, giving us, that's much cheaper. Here 484, so it's pretty easy. We're going to multiply the 1s, then the 10s, 6, that 10 tens, that's got to come over to make 100. Now we have 8, we have 968. Now we're going to go ahead and add 1,398 and 968, giving us 16, carry the 1, 15, 16, carry the 1, 12, 13, carry the 1. We end up with 2,366. Yes. I'm so relieved. We got the same answer they got. Now, we have to subtract because we're trying to find out which plan costs more. Well, we already know which plan costs more. Yeah, package A costs more. Okay, and so now we're going to subtract and get the difference. 6 minus 6 we can do, so that's 0. You can't take 6 from 3. You can't do it. So he's going to have to go to his neighbor. 8 is actually able to help. So we're going to take 100 away from him. We're going to turn that 100 into 10 tens. That way the 3 tens can deal with him. Because now we have 13 tens minus 6 tens, which is 7 tens. 700s minus 300s, 4 hundreds. And of course, 3,000 minus 2,000 is 1,000. That's $1,470. And of course, because we're subtracting, this is the difference of those plans. So package A would cost more than, this is our number we need here, 1,470 more than package C. Very cool. Yeah. Oh my goodness, is that what? That's the end of the video? No! Oh no! What happened? I just felt like I just got started. I was just kind of getting in my groove, dude. And I had my math pen going. I was in the groove. But hey, you know what? We're only on chapter 2.
There'll be more videos.
Yes, there's going to be a lot more videos. Okay, I hope you guys are getting a lot out of these videos. Any feedback from you guys, hey, I really appreciate it. Otherwise, my friends, I'm glad you come along now. Live long and prosper.